JMMA! Of course, we're going to warm up, my man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to your team. Welcome to the theme, which is happiness, celebration, enjoying a Monday afternoon, my man. Thank you for joining me, JMA. You are JMMA. You are number one in the stream. Thank you, my friend. I look forward to having a good warm-up with you. Jay beat you to it, Ed 20 says. That's right. Jay beat you to it. My God, welcome, Ed 20. Welcome, JMMA. I couldn't be more thankful to have you here. And I don't say that in a cheesy way. I don't say that in a way that is insincere. Genuinely am thankful to have anybody show up. So thank you very much. JMMA, what is your gamer tag? Oh, wannabe Drake 23. That's right. Wannabe Drake. Ed, I see that you made a comment. I can't see it yet, but I will in just 1 second. I said, did you see the group chat? Mystic Ed called. Hold on 1 second. I want to see what Mystic Ed called. He said, Mystic Ed called. You said, JMA said, there you go, coach. That's right. I got it. Just sent you one, Jay. Let's get this coach, the team signal up so everybody knows we are live and ready. I can now get back to the chat. It's all for publicity, and people are... Let me see. I'm trying to get back to the chat so I can see Ed's comments here. Let's see. Which weight class we're going to do? We can do... Because I think these guys are up next. I think we'll be fighting at the flyweight and bantamweight next. So I think we can do this or bantam, whichever you prefer. Doesn't matter to me. I'll go with my man. But yeah, a lot of big crazy news today with Conor McGregor. It's crazy. I'm watching this all go down between Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, and you say, well, what is this? If you have missed it, it's cracking off with Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor. Conor is reportedly pulling out of their trilogy bout, which is insane. He's been offended that Dustin Poirier has called him out for not delivering the $500,000 donation he promised to Justin's charity. Oh, and JMA says it's all for publicity and people are eating it up. So that's what you're talking about. Ed says the Mystic Ed called the Dustin Conor scenario. I did not see that you called that, Ed. I think that's almost impossible to call. If you did it, and I actually want to see that you did it, that's impressive. What is up, Ethan? Ethan says the champ is here. The champ is here. What is up, champ? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to everybody. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please subscribe. Please like. Hit those notifications. That's the most important part because I want you here with us, joining the team, getting a nice warm-up with JMMA right now. Looking forward to... but I don't know. I do believe the one thing that did strike me about the Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier situation was that it felt like Conor said, "Okay, we're not going to be." It's on our group chat. It's in our group Twitter chat. Ed says, "I tweeted it back in March. I didn't think we'd see the trilogy." Wow, that's a hell of a prediction, dude. And I'll check it out in our chat. I will check it out in our chat. I would have thought for sure this was going down. And JMMA might be right. It might be just for show. The Conor fight might still be going. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that it goes down. Because if I'm not mistaken, I thought the contracts were already signed. I mean, once the contracts are signed, you can say whatever you want, but the contract has been signed. One bit of caution is that Conor said he was going to turn it up, that there was no more Mr. Nice Guy. Ethan says Dustin kills him again. You know, Ethan, I don't think Dustin necessarily killed Conor in the first fight. You could make the argument that Conor was winning that fight up until those leg kicks got introduced. JMMA coming at me hard. JMMA bringing the heat for your boy. But I hope that's not the case. No, Coach. Conor won one round and then turned into a homicide case. Well, I mean, he won one round, right? I mean, he showed the ability. Did that fight end in the second or third round? I mean, either way, he showed the ability to beat Dustin still. He showed that he can still implement a game plan that Dustin might struggle with. Ed said, not gonna lie, I picked Conor for the second fight, but I didn't like the stiff boxing stance Conor that Conor had, and he thinks Conor's losing again. Or he says that Conor's losing again. And you're right. The Conor that came out there, I didn't even notice it. I didn't notice his stance during the fight, and there are people that picked it up right away. Second round. So it was a second round. So, I mean, Dustin won the second, Conor won the first, you know, Ethan? So it's kind of one of those things. And, Conor was literally, JMA says, Conor was literally tagging Justin. I don't know why people are making it seem like he was getting dominated. Yeah, I agree with JMMA. There was no, just destruction of Conor McGregor. That was not happening. That was not where we were with it at all. Also, if you're donating $500K, I'm more than sure you'd want to know where it's going. Yeah, you want to know where it's going, but there are processes in place. Like, an accountant would be able to absolutely figure out how to get that money and ensure that it got to the right place, or at least request the support needed to ensure it got to where it needs to be. He tagged him for one round, then got killed in the second. Yeah, he lost in the second, but man, Conor, I don't know. Conor can do that again. Conor can, if he makes adjustments, that calf kick might not be an issue. I mean, the calf kick seems to be not easy to adjust to, but guys can train to really avoid being there for the calf kick. It looks like JMMA might have frozen up for a second. His team can respond to Justin. What the hell? I don't get people defending Conor. It's so stupid and desperate. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't understand the excuse that Conor even made. Like, for Conor to stand there and be offended that he got called out, you know, he said that he was going to make that donation well before the fight. It's been a long time. The donation hasn't been there. It's a fair point. And there's no process that would ever take that long. What are you going to need? Maybe an extra 2 weeks to figure out where the money's going? Ed says, what if Conor's peaked early? He just looked like a businessman fighting instead of a guy who was a fighter 24/7. Yes. Now that is the question about Conor. Ethan says, yeah, if you're going to donate, do it. Don't be a sore loser. Yeah, I say just get that money where it should be. It's a donation, especially you got something as honorable as what Dustin's doing. And you've sold the fact that you are going to make these donations to everybody as part of your pre-fight. You know, you generated all the goodwill from saying you're going to do it, and then you just never did it. It's really uncool to do that. Nobody asked him to do that. It's to a good cause. It's not even being a sore loser at this point. It's just it's petty and pathetic, yeah. If I were Conor, that was just a mistake. That was like a PR error on Conor's part. He didn't need to, you know, you don't need to get into that part of it where you're saying, you know, this was a donation, not a debt. You just give him the money. Say, ooh, you know, this is, you know, things were being processed. we're getting it to you. Like, don't try to fight the fact that you didn't follow through with a charitable donation. You're not going to win that one. JMMA says, Blood says it's too good call. Oh, wait. JMMA says, I don't think people get what Connor was saying. I understood what Connor was saying, Jay. I feel like he was basically saying, I have to ensure that the money goes to where it says it's going to go. And there's a process involved, but which validation or verification process takes months to get money to? It doesn't matter if it's $1 or 500,000 K. It doesn't take months to verify or validate where the money's going. Ethan says, Ed says, half the lightweight division was twerking for Red Panty Night when Connor said the Dustin fight's off. We don't care. Ethan says, we don't care what Connor's saying. It's a lie. It's stupid and fans eat it up. Wow. Yeah, Connor did not do himself any services here with this situation. This isn't good publicity. This isn't getting people wired up. JMMA says he doesn't know why people are going at Connor. Well, it's just a miscommunication between their accounting parties. I don't know, JMMA, you know what? You might be right. It might just be as simple as a miscommunication, a forgotten email, someone didn't follow up, and they should have. That thing happens in business. But it honestly doesn't read like that. Something that's that huge. Taj Tennant, my man. Taj Tennant, you're on a streak, Taj Tennant. Welcome back. We're here on a Monday. JMMA was nice enough to warm me up, so he's doing that. Woo! People are going at Connor for not donating to charity. There's no miscommunication. His team would respond to Dustin, but they didn't. It's just an L for him. Coach, gym was rough today. We back at it in the UK. How was your day? How was it? What made it rough? What? And I don't know why your comments, you and Donato got me laughing sometimes, man. I don't know why, but like a character of who you are, and just the way you write makes me laugh. Wanna be Drake? Coach Heavy Hands going at it. Woo! No lifting weights for so long, man. There's a little rustiness. Oh, yeah. You meant the literal gym. Yeah, dude. That is no joke. Ed, I went back to working out for the first time. It was like probably a month ago. I hadn't worked out in months. And then I hit a, pretty basic workout, and I pretty much couldn't walk for days afterwards. It's so awful when you've gotten so far out of shape that, basic workouts basically debilitate you. But you're back on the right path, my friend. Keep up the hard work. It's not easy. You know what it is. Get through the grind, and you'll be back in good form in no time. Shout out to Ed for getting back in the gym. Taj Tennant says, Connor versus Poirier's side issues is a conflict of interest. You just knock me out and want money? Well, he didn't ask for the money, Taj. He didn't say, here, can I please have a donation? And it didn't have to be $500,000. That was all Connor. Connor set this up. Connor could have done what Khabib did and just simply donate his gear or let Dustin auction off his gear. I think that would have been, the best and smoothest transaction. Follow the path that's already been done. Dustin auctions off his gear after every fight. Connor could have donated it. Connor was completely responsible for offering the $500K. And it's kind of crazy. Sorry if I missed anything. I had to grab my coffee. If I missed anything. JMMA, Ed says he's cutting to 170. Tell Usman he's coming for that belt. Ethan says Connor himself said he wanted to donate before. Don't say you're going to do something, then don't keep your word. There's definitely no defending it. Arguments are so stupid. Yeah, no, there is no defending Conor's actions. JMMA says, I mean, he's going to donate. People are acting like Conor isn't going to do it. He isn't that big of an ass. Yeah, you know, Jay, and so I feel like I'm just saying, yeah, you're right, but it's not black and white. JMMA is right to that extent. Like, we shouldn't allow this we shouldn't fall for the game here. This might be promotional, and at the end of the day, Conor can just pay it, but the timing is weird. The timing is strange. The fact that it's been this long, the timing's strange, and the fact that Dustin's bringing it up right after the contracts have been signed. You know, I don't know if he wants to create something special. Drake is putting this pressure on me, boy. He's trying to take me out. Drake wants me to go home. Jeez. My goodness. My God. Is it a coach stream if we don't hear the Francis impersonation? I honestly, Ed, I know you think that it's me impersonating Drake. Slow on moving forward, go lateral sometimes. Okay. You're predictable. Getting some help from Taj Tennant. That's not actually an impression that you're hearing. Whoa! Oh my God! I can't stand that like unlimited stamina punching. I can't stand that. But that's not an impression. I've literally had Francis Ngannou come into this apartment like when he knows that we're streaming, and he'll pop in, and sometimes he'll say what's up to us. I think JMMA's controller is down. Oh. Woo! Woo! That was a close one. JMMA was trying to take my head off. He was playing no games. Ethan says he's ready for Rob to kill it this weekend. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I hear somebody's at the door. Hey, babe, will you get the door? Will you get the door for me? Hold on, guys. I got somebody. Oh, what's up, man? Welcome back. Hey.
Hello. I know the way. I hit him. Coach Heavy Hand. He going to get to the door. I hit him hard.
Thank you, Francis. I appreciate you stopping by. I know you're a little confused right now, but thank you very much. And Ed, like I told you, that's not me. That is literally Francis Ngannou that's in the building. That's not an impression. That is Francis Ngannou himself. Thank you, big man. Don't watch your head. Watch your head on the... Oh, he just hit his head on the door on the way out. Damn. Coach, what did you make of our spar the other day? Honest feedback. I will give you honest feedback. JMA says, I know my Uber Eats was at the door, so I just wanted to end it. Jeez, I'm sorry getting your way of your food, JMMA. I did get swatted almost. I almost got swatted there, Ethan. But at 20, I'll be honest with you. I usually pressure way better than that. JMMA says, yes, JMMA is a very good fighter. Taj Tennant says, I haven't played coach in a while. Yes, Taj Tennant, we can finish the stream up with another spar if you'd like to get one in. JMMA says, I forgot he ordered food. Never a good thing to forget. But back to Ed. Ed, I have unique feedback for you. You tell me if I'm wrong here. Because before fighting you, I saw you kind of downplaying your skills to everybody. Everybody you fought, you were saying, like Proto or whoever else, I felt like you were saying, all you do is blow your wad, you come out there and throw, and you couldn't make it to the 5th round, and you just don't know how to manage that. And I think that was not intentionally deception. I feel like you don't understand where you are in the game. Like, you articulated intelligent defense. You weren't just pressing forward. You weren't just throwing hands and trying to land something and hoping something stuck. You're literally formulating a plan, working forward. It looked like you were trying to read my patterns. And when you move forward, yeah, you had pressure, but it didn't seem like it was as much pressure as JMMA just showed at the end. It's not like you went completely crazy. I personally think that if you kept sparring with a guy like Proto, you spar with me, you spar with JMMA, other people that regulars that I have a little bit more experience, you have the same potential to get great like Proto has. You can see that same leak. Two things I think have contributed to the explosion of Proto, which he needs to be complimented for, because it's a huge jump in skills. I think he's playing a lot. I think he's playing a lot during the day. If you want to follow that path, you can. But I also think he's focusing on areas he needs to improve. So I don't know what that is for you, Ed. It might be, working on your stamina management or whatever, but making a concerted effort or a concentrated effort to improve on maybe stamina management, focusing your burst of energy, that might help you if you perceive that to be a weakness. But man, overall, you seem great. You seem like you have a great foundation that can launch into somebody like Proto, who becomes very, very good. It's just a matter of how much time you want to put into it, Ed. I don't know how much time you've got, but you have what it takes for sure. We are fighting Chap Chips. Chap Chips in a rank fight. Oh, wow, nice feint. Oh, yes. JMMA says, I work at Krispy Kreme. For all my UK people, it's a donut shop. The funny thing is, I haven't had one since last March. Wait, what do you do at Krispy Kreme? What do you do for Krispy Kreme? By the way, when I was in high school, there was a Krispy Kreme right next to my high school. If I saw that donut light up, saying like fresh donuts now, anything in my life that was going on, it went to the back burner. I absolutely used to love Krispy Kreme donuts. I ate them way too much, and as a result, can't take them anymore. So this guy is really going to be a pain. I cannot. This guy is so frustrating because he's just basically, he's faking low, goes high. This is crazy. He said, I don't know the last time So I work at Krispy Kreme. JMA, we have Krispy Kreme in the UK. It's not Mars. What's Mars? Ed 20 says, add blood instead of alpha male, beta male blood. I don't remember the last time I ate a donut. But what the fuck are you doing? So, yeah, JMMA, what do you do for Krispy Kreme? He's a cashier. I work the front and drive through sometimes, but I get anything I want for free. I bet. Man, I bet you have access to everything. Funny thing, I've never had a Krispy Kreme donut that wasn't just their original glazed donut. Never in my life. And I've eaten there a lot. I've never had a fancy donut from Krispy Kreme. Man, this is crazy. At 20 says he'd be taking the boxes home. Yeah, I would be too, man. It'd be hard. When I was your age, I would be taking those things home and I'd be scarfing them down all day. Who needs a lunch break? I've got a factory of donuts being made behind me. I will go ahead and eat that. Thank you very much. Man, I cannot get a beat on this guy. This is insane. Ugh. Jay says, after this BJJ competition, I might have a cheat day and break the streak with donuts. Yeah, I'm sure you'll earn it. I'm sure you've earned it, my man. That's hard to do. Especially if you like donuts, to be that disciplined. And you're 19. It's hard to realize the penalty, for eating donuts, because you probably lose weight very quickly, There's this Oreo glazed donut. I'm not gonna lie, it's been tempting not to. It's been tempting not to try it. I bet. Jay can hook me up without donuts. I can bulk up to heavyweight since JBJ hasn't signed that contract yet. Man, our boy Ed is looking to get in there with some killers. Shout out to Ed for having the fighting spirit. My God, this style is not fun to go up against. It's just feint, go the opposite way. Feint the low, go high. Feint high, go low. And it's insane. I honestly feel like I gotta switch something up, but I don't know what. I feel like if you're feinting this much, you should be more susceptible to take that. You can't be able to just feint, block the takedown at the same time, feint, do all this other stuff, move back, feint, and there should be some compromise. I think it was because I was fat for my last 2 years of school, so I know if I go past my limit multiple times, I can go back to that. Yeah, man, if you've already struggled with being overweight, that will definitely, that's a helpful reminder not to go down that path again. Okay, here we go. Coach, do you have a favorite fast food in a new place in the U.S.? I know you got more options in the U.K., so that's a good question. I don't eat fast food that much, except for recently I've been eating McDonald's fries and occasional fish fillet. But my favorite fast food place is actually Probably Wendy's. It's a place, I don't know if they have Wendy's in the UK, but they have a burger called the Baconator, and it's insane. My favorite meal is a Baconator, which is a burger with a lot of bacon on it, fries, unsweetened iced tea. I'm there if I'm going to eat it. I haven't had that in years, though, because I don't eat meat anymore. I eat only seafood, so I'm a pescatarian. But if I were to break my pescatarian habits, I would go for Wendy's in a second. Taj Tennant says, oh man, I love fries. I don't eat meat. So you and I are the same, man. And JMA, I'll read your comment in just a second. Golly. Critical Sandman, what is up? How am I a traitor? Critical? How did I get on Critical Sandman? Damn, Taj, that's rough. You went hardcore. You went all the way with the not. Oh my god, with the not eating meat. Critical Sandman says, I've been starting early. I thought, is it you or I thought you wanted these things earlier, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I keep getting messages from people that say they want it earlier, want it later. Proto wanted it earlier, so we're trying to run them earlier. I try to get a balance, and then during the day, during the weekends, I'm going to run them during the middle of the day so that we can get our friends from the UK at a reasonable time. I'm asking a lot of Ed and our UK buddies to join us. Tosh Tennis says he likes it later. See, it's crazy. But welcome, Critical Sandman. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back, Killer. Critical Sandman always wakes up and it's done. Man, I'm sorry, Critical Sandman, but I'm glad that you're here right now, man. I think your name comes up probably when I'm talking about submitting, Critical Sandman. So you're here in spirit, because I have something nice to say about you, I think, at least once a stream. Critical Sandman, I think there's... If the name ever comes up, if the submissions ever come up, your name's going to come up. That's for sure. Jamin, man, I want to read that. When it's time to weight cut, you look like Conor McGregor. That's awful. I watched a little clip of Conor McGregor at 140, at 45s at the weigh-ins. Like, when I was watching him fight at 45s, it never struck me that he looked so sick. But that looks like it should be illegal. Like, that was not, clearly not a 145-pound man fighting. You know, like, what are we proving by having somebody cut that much weight? Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. Ah. It's just like a constant barrage of just like that. Callum says, I matched Callum on ranked, and he wasn't happy after the fight. What? What happened, Proto? Tell us. I know I'm asking you to type a lot. What happened? Why wasn't he happy? What happened? I want to know. Because Callum's turned out to be the monster of us all. He's come out here just killing a game, destroying me. I mean, he's winning fights over me. He's gotten a lot better. Oh, I'm sorry, critical. What did Proto have to say? Oh, you destroyed his body. Ah. Yeah, he's been doing that to me, too. And so what did he say, Critical, when you destroyed his body? How do you know he was so unhappy? But JMA says, when it's time to cut weight, I look like Connor at featherweight. My goal is to always weigh in at about 135 and a half, but cutting 20 pounds is a hard task, not going to lie. Yeah, it is. I don't care how old you are or how fit you are. That's a lot of weight to cut, my man. JMA says, he usually walks around at 161, but I'm trying to go into a weight cut lighter so I don't strain my body. Yeah. He called it spamming body kicks. Hey, Proto kicks me in the body a lot. Yeah, Proto kicks me in the body all the time. I mean, I've learned. Ethan says, that is a spammy move, though. I'll tell you what, the body kicks like this, the way this guy's even fight, everything feels somewhat, like, look at this. He's just constantly fishing for that hook. Like, there should be a stamina penalty for fighting like that. If you're just constantly feinting. Can imagine Saturday, Coach sat there with Francis drinking Jaeger. Yes, you got the idea. Francis did come over for that. Francis had a couple of drinks with me. The only problem with drinking with Francis is he wants to try to, slap box. When we get lifted, he, all of a sudden, I can tell when it hits him because he's like,
put on the glove. Put on the glove.
And I say, no, Francis. Last time I put on the gloves, I went to the hospital.
Hey, put on the gloves. Put on the gloves.
No, Francis. That's not happening tonight. Oh, come on, man. Ed says, I cannot imagine shaking Francis' hand, and my hand will crumble like a biscuit. Yeah, no, I agree. I couldn't. Oh no, I couldn't imagine that either. The knee is spam. Why do you sound like him? Woo! Oh. Oh my goodness. My God. That was just an ugly fight. We survived it, though. I was hoping he would get, like, a weird loss just for fighting like that. I was hoping they would rip him off and give him a loss. I wouldn't have felt bad for him losing a fight like that, because that was just insane. That type of fighting, to me, it's really good. It takes a high level of skill, but it's just insanity. It really feels weird to fight that, that's a part of this game. My God. But anyways, bad fight. Did you choose to be a pescatarian? Did you grow up on that diet? Good question, Ed. You know what started is my wife decided, and excuse me, hold on one second for me, guys. So my wife, sorry if you guys could hear that in the background there. My wife actually became a vegan, and with all the fun that brings, I was, exposed. Basically, things that were coming in my house didn't include meat after a while. I don't think my wife had a problem preparing meat, but she did it because of animal cruelty reasons. No, critical. I don't eat meat. I eat seafood, but I don't eat pork, chicken or fish, any meat. Critical Sandman says vegan. So vegan means that you don't eat any food that has any product from an animal. So that means milk, eggs, any sort of dairy, anything that comes from an animal, you won't eat it. And that's what my wife is all about, because she is not happy with the conditions that animals are in when how they get treated. Heavy hands X, yeah. Heavy hands. You're too young for that joke, JMMA. Yeah, no, it is tough to do, and trust me, it is not fun. It is. I haven't eaten at places that I absolutely love for a long time, but it's also something you get used to. It's not that bad because food isn't all that important to me, but it's not something I would have ever in my life done on my own. And you are definitely not the life of the party, so to speak, when it comes to eating food. But it is good for animals, for sure, and you get used to it, once again, after a while. So Ethan says the only meat he eats is chicken, nothing else. That itself is even hard. If I had only one meat to eat, it would not be chicken. It'd probably be steak. I like bacon and steak quite a bit. JMMA says, I understand people who don't eat meat. While I don't agree with it, I don't bash you guys. Yeah, man, I don't bash people that do eat meat. I don't even care. I don't care what people are eating. I don't care if meat touched my food or something I don't care. It's just something I do. Critical Salmon says, I can't imagine not eating meat, to be honest. Yeah, it's not that bad because there are a lot of options out there. I mean, I still eat eggs. I still eat other things. So there are a lot of replacements. And Tony says, I got vegan friends, vegan veggie friends out of respect. Like when we go out for food, I don't order meat in front of them. I can't be eating a double cheeseburger in front of them. That's really nice of you, man. Most people don't care. Like, I don't care personally, but that's really considerate of you, I should say. Jay says, I went straight vegan at the beginning of March, and it was the hardest thing ever. Yeah, dude, it really is. Being vegan, it's hard on its own. Just like trying to be considerate of everything you eat. But if you have a social life, if you go out to eat with people and you are a vegan, it really is not fun. People don't enjoy doing that. Critical Salmon says he wouldn't care. I'm not surprised by that, Critical. El Jefe Choi, welcome back to the stream, my man. Where the hood at? Shout out to DMX once again. Rest in peace to DMX, who told us all where the hood at. So sad that we lost him. But I didn't, one thing I always watch before I stream, every Monday, it's almost a guarantee. My favorite thing to talk to you guys about is Ariel and DC. I didn't get to watch it today. I was in meetings, back-to-back meetings today, and had a lot of work to do. So I couldn't actually get to watch Ariel and DC. Be very interested to see what DC had to say about Kevin Holland training with him up in San Jose. What, you miss a good coach? What does that mean, El Jefe? What you miss a good coach? Yeah, that's why Francis Ngannou wanted to slapbox me for sure. I didn't have any full pigs in here for him to consume. Could you imagine what it takes? I've been watching a lot of documentaries on Malcolm X and Islamic religions, and I do understand why they don't eat meat. Yeah, I do. It's about cleanliness, I think. Well, pork, yeah, pork. About the filth of a pig and things like that, if I remember that correctly. But El Jefe Choices, they talk about Aljo's neck surgery. Yeah, oh, I see what you're saying. I missed a good one, is what you're saying, for Ariel and DC. My bad, duh. Yeah, no, damn it, of course. I need to get on it. In fact, I feel like that's a responsibility. If I'm going to stream, I need to watch that show, because that is the basis of so many. I want to hear what you guys think about what they say. I look for, like, I'll be watching Ariel and DC and be like, oh, I can't wait to see, you know, because I'm a nerd. But, yeah, they talked about Aldo's neck surgery, which I did see a clip of Aljo talking to Piotr Jan about it, and it is a weird situation. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of interim championships, and I understand Piotr Jan needed to delay their fight as well. Ed says, not going to lie, I've never seen it. I just watch it when the clips come out. Oh, watch the whole thing, my man. If you're not a hardcore fan, Jay says, if you're not a hardcore fan, I got to read that comment. Hold on one second. They're talking about an interim fight, El Jefe Choi says. JMMA, I'll get your comment in just a second. Yeah, they kind of, that's what I was kind of getting to, El Jefe Choi, is like, I'm normally not about this, but in Aljo's case, just the way this has all gone down, like, I understand. You know, I kind of understand putting an interim belt on somebody. Oh. My God. I'm just like fighting. Just El Jefe says all he's saying is that this stuff is making Aljo look bad. Yeah, Aljo's done quite a lot of playing himself, so to speak. He really it's so weird, because he seemed like the least controversial guy. You know, it's just just like what you'd expect out of all those guys up in New Jersey. Like Chris Weidman didn't cause any controversy. Chris Weidman, you know, doesn't do any of that, you know, drama stuff. Neither does Matt Serra. None of those guys aren't about this life, and to see it coming out of Aljo is very surprising. His personality just didn't seem trollish to me. I want to read these comments about Aljo, because the neck surgery thing, I understand you got to have neck surgery, but you can't be I don't know, though. He's just acting like a troll. El Jefe says, give him props. Are you serious? He's an idiot if he does that. He at least needs 9 months. Yeah. Neck surgery, he needs to be out until December. If you're gonna have a neck surgery, that's like any neck surgery, it's gonna take you 6 months to get, you know, back on your feet. Never mind training, or, you know, training properly will take you 6 months, and he needs a full camp. He really shouldn't be back until the fall. You know, maybe a December fight would be appropriate for him. And yeah, let's get the interim belt in this situation. Get an interim belt together, considering how he won it, you know. I'm saying give him props for doing this. When you say give him props for getting the surgery? Why people are mad at Aljo for Piotr's mistake. Yeah, so Jay, I agree with you there. I'm not mad at Joe. That was, if you go back and watch that knee again, dude, Aljo might have put some sauce on it. But dude, he was not playing. Hey, go ahead and get kneed like that by a professional and see if you want to continue fighting. He made the right decision. That was one of the most vicious illegal knees you're gonna see. It was real. JMA says, I mean, neck surgery recovery usually takes longer than 6 months, so you got to give him at least 9 months. I agree with you, JMA. Ed says that Aljo, I like Aljo, but it's hard to defend him. It really is. El Jefe says, give him props. He does need 9 months. He does. Are you going to tell me, El Jefe says, after winning a title, right after winning that trolling is a right move to go? I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't think the way Aljo's handled everything's appropriate, but the way he won it, it's not his fault. He shouldn't get... Kyle Coleman! What is up, my man? He's saying elbow. Elbow him to the face. I don't have an elbow. Believe it or not, as Henry Cejudo, I do not have an elbow. A standing elbow. I only have a knee to the body. JMA says, no regular human beings taking a knee to the head and continuing that fight. Yeah, no, there aren't very many people, I should say, that could have taken that shot and would have kept going. It's just, to be at knee level and catch that type of knee, I mean, Critical Sandman, you're in here, you're a kickboxer. Would you, I mean, you eat a knee, maybe you wouldn't ever be in a situation where you'd be grounded like that and getting kneed, but say you leaned into a knee. You're not going to go back, or someone did deliver an illegal knee to you. You're not going to continue that fight, probably. And Ed says Aljo is clearly concussed. I don't know. See, okay. All right, you guys, you're gonna roll your eyes at me. So it's not black and white. He did a lot of things that would make people question whether Aljo is actually concussed. Like the interview thing afterwards. He says he doesn't remember it. People went to Google like it's the proper educational resource. Yeah. But, Aljo... Critical saying, oh, that's a concussion. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to deny it. But I don't think he was playing. I think that was an egregious illegal knee by Peter Yan. That is one of the worst. Aside from when you guys are, like, pinned up against the cage and get kneed in the head, that was one of the worst. I mean, Piotr Yan framed him up. Aljo's in the prayer position pretty much and just nailed. JMA says, I'm going to school for this. I know what I'm talking about. It's just funny that people are doing that. And yeah, so you do have, you are a little bit more informed in that respect. Ethan says, I was trying not to talk about this, but you guys are about to get me started on how Jan came on now. He was acting. Oh, Ethan, please. Ethan, it was not necessary. I really don't think it was acting. I really do not think it. He was putting some sauce on it. I think after, when they were asking him if he can continue, I think there may have been some sauce, but it was based in reality. JMA says it wasn't acting, and I would rather say that it wasn't acting than bet on the fact it was, because once again, Ethan, go look at the knee. Ethan says Mighty Mouse did an interview, but I guess Aljo is so injured he wasn't faking. Well, those are two different situations. JMA says the rolling around was very accurate. He said, JMA says, my brother had a B concussion, was still able to wrestle in a state championship. Well, different people handle trauma differently. And I don't think once you're concussed, it's just the same. It's not the same for everybody. Your brother, might just be built to do that type of stuff. You might have the fortitude. The DJ's knee looks way worse. What Critical Sandman's talking about is DJ losing in his 1FC title fight last weekend to a vicious legal knee that was in a completely different situation, different position. I don't know how DJ's opponent could have gotten as much leverage as Piotr Jan did, because Piotr Jan was standing up. Yeah, and DJ did. DJ went out. It looked like DJ was out from that El Jefe Choi. It really did look like DJ was not in a good position after that. And it was sad to watch him. You can read the disappointment in his face and how, sick, that was the first time DJ had ever gotten stopped. That was kind of MMA history right there, because that guy is one of the greatest we've ever seen. Never seen footage of him being stopped in the octagon or in a cage. JMA says, oh no, my brother was effed up bad, but he played it off really well. Well, that's once again, he just had the fortitude to play that off well. He might have been messed up, but he had the ability to at least put on. El Jefe Choi says, I'm so interested in how TJ is going to look. And I feel like the TJ situation is like the big $50 million question. To me, that is one of the most intriguing aspects of 135. Unfortunately, is how does this cheater look when he comes back? Let me stop being disrespectful, but woo! It's a wrap! Put him down, boys. Finally get on that win streak. Get on the winning train again. Shout out to whoever liked this video in the stream. If you hadn't had a chance to hit that like, hit that like. If you hadn't had a chance to subscribe. If you had a chance to hit that notification, I need you here with me. Francis, ask them to subscribe.
Yes. Please hit the notification. I take the notification, subscribe and hit the like. Hit the like icon. My friend, Coach Heavy Hand, like you, he fight. He loved the fight.
Thank you, Francis. I appreciate it. Close the door behind you, please. Close that door. El Jefe says, I like Dominic Cruz said it didn't exist. JMA says, the only concern I have with TJ is ring rust. I'm supporting the Sandman. Critical Sandman says. Ed says, if you're Blood, you're a Khabib fan, you're always going to look at things regarding Conor with those glasses. You got to be unbiased. Conor is an Islamophobic brat that hits old people. Yeah, I don't know where to jump in. The conversation's hot in here right now. But I do, and I know we're bouncing. I was talking about TJ, and let me just finish with TJ, because I was listening back to the streams and I bounce around too much. Let me finish my thought on TJ, because I do need to get to the comments, but TJ's return is the most intriguing. Just really quickly to wrap this up, to me, because of the EPO usage, I can't think of a worse drug to cheat with, or more unfair drug. It goes EPO, then loading your gloves, in my opinion. That's the scale we're on. You use EPO, the next level of cheating is putting tire weights in your gloves. They're both on the same plane of existence. It's disgusting. It's awful. It shouldn't be handled that way. But to what JMMA, what they said about people defending Conor, I don't know. I don't want to characterize Conor as Islamophobic, whatever. But when he's hitting people, old men in the head and things like this, and he's behaving the way he does, and he's still being treated like royalty by the UFC, I feel like the Conor era has left a scar on us that we're not going to be able to get away from quickly. Like the matchmaking and the treating people differently because of how well they perform outside of the ring or how much money they generate. That's going to be a tough precedent to overcome, and I don't like it. JMMA says, I think that Conor versus Khabib press conference was the darkest one I ever saw. Shout out to JMMA for pointing that out. Conor was drunk out of his mind, and he just said the first thing that came to mind. So yes, I was disgusted. And that's where some of the Islamophobic things came in and the nationalist things came in. Like, it doesn't need to go there. The fight was intense enough, and it was really dark. Dark is the perfect word. JMMA nailed it. Like, that wasn't a comfortable press. That wasn't a fun, like, let's hype up the fight press conference. It felt like what we saw after the Khabib-Conor fight, it started right there during that press conference. It wasn't the Artem Lobov slap. It wasn't any of that stuff. That press conference took what was already a hot situation and made it, an emergency, a 5-alarm fire. It was. Ed says that was hard to watch, dude. It was uncomfortable. It's not fun. Like, when you get into that territory where you're insulting people's religion and their father and their family and their nationality, it's a free country. Say what you want. I'm not going to say you should be limited, but man, I'm not here for that. I don't want to see that. El Jefe says that's why Khabib did what he did to Dylan. Absolutely. I mean, Conor, I think, was recorded saying it's just business to Khabib during the fight. Well, it's not just business. At that point, it's not just business. So the things you were saying, the things you were doing, you're smashing the bus. It's not just talk. Ed says he still thinks Shale's the king of trash talk. Shale is the first one. Shale is definitely the first one. He's a trailblazer, but I've listened to Shale's. JMA says, Coach, I'm glad you brought that up. What did I bring up that you're glad that I brought up? Oh God, this guy is bringing the heat. Pistol Will. I'm not by any means, because I have friends who are Islamic. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody, I don't know if somebody accused you of being Islamophobic. I don't think anybody in here is, Conor never said it's just business. Oh, really? He didn't say that? Because I can understand that not being right. I just thought I saw them isolate sound where he said that it's just business to Khabib. And if he did say that, which you're saying it's not the case, that is insane. That is insanity. If that's what he said to Khabib after saying all of these things about, some people don't play that way. Some people don't make business about just everything, But JMMA, what did he say? Because that sounded like it's just business, but I was also told that that's what he said before watching that clip. So it's possible that's not what he said. Oh, he said, nah, he said a bunch of bitches. Oh, wow. JMMA said someone on Twitter slowed it down, slowed the clip down. Okay, I didn't know. I did not know that. Ethan says he can't stand Mick Chapper. He's glad he got choked. Ed says, I will slap his wife on the ass if she doesn't make me a steak medium rare the way I like it. Yeah, Conor's saying that's reckless. That is wild to be saying that about somebody's wife. I mean, I'm not going to fight anybody, but boy, I would hate for someone to disrespect my wife like that. Or make her feel and make her feel disrespected. Oh, yes. Hold on. Ed, you said that's a Shale quote on Anderson. I want to see that. I want to read that. Give me 1 second. Golly. I'm looking for the tweet as I'm typing. Okay, yeah, I want to see that tweet. Coach is an undercover casual. Yeah, I might be. You keep busting me, Sam, man. You keep busting me. I didn't know. I think you're busting me when I didn't know Derek Lewis's name. I think I called Curtis Lewis or Derek Lewis. You kept busting me, dude. But hey, I gotta fake it till I make it. El Jefe Choi says, how about Mackenzie? El Jefe Choi, you need to be in all of these streams, for real. I love the fact, because you're reminding me of things I wanted to talk about. Mackenzie Dern, so, excellent question. Next champ at 30, Michael Vick, that's another one of mine. Michael Vick. Yeah, I've got a lot of them. So, I don't know, man. Dern is going to get smashed, sadly. JMMA, I don't see that. I don't see. In Critical Salmon, did you watch Mackenzie Dern fight? And do you think Mackenzie Dern is interesting to watch fight? Like, you say you don't like women's MMA, but Mackenzie Dern has. I mean, she's a fun fighter to watch, dude. So here's a couple of things. Oh my god. So here's a couple of things, El Jefe. Jay says her stand-up doesn't hold up with anyone top 3 at strawweight, and that might be true, but her ability to get it down to the ground, and I'm with Ethan, I love women's MMA. I think it's fun as heck to watch. I just love MMA, period. But she gets the fight to the ground very well, and Mackenzie, I'm wondering, does El Jefe Kyle says, I wish UFC was cross-platform, coach, so we could see who's better. A better DC user. You're the GOAT, coach. I'm not the GOAT, but thank you, my man. I wouldn't doubt that you can get one on me, man. I'm not invincible, but I would love to spot. I don't know why, Kyle. I think the same thing when I see you. It's like, it sucks that you're on Xbox. It's my first thought when I see you is Xbox every time. Critical Salmon letting us know that we're all simps. El Jefe Choi says, I agree with you. Her stand-up, her BJJ still has a way to go, but her BJJ, you guys, I think Mackenzie Dern might have a more deadly or more tools to get to that armbar than even Ronda Rousey had. When Ronda Rousey was setting up that armbar, you could see it coming from like a mile away. It was weird, and you could see the Dern setup as well, but Mackenzie, I just feel like she has so many more ways to get to that finish. I would take Mackenzie Dern. If Rousey fought at 155 in her prime and was going up against Mackenzie Dern, I would probably pick Dern. I'm sorry. I probably would pick Mackenzie Dern. And I feel... Ethan says women are fast and it's actually fun to watch. I agree with that, man. And the women's divisions are getting super deep. Like, strawweight is fascinating right now to me. The champion is one of the best fighters in the UFC. Ed says Ronda used her judo a lot. Mackenzie's BJJ's transitions are superior. Okay, so that's what I think I was asking. So yeah, I agree with Ed right there. Mackenzie Dern's BJJ transitions are so clean. It's like watching Rose's stand up. It's really amazing watching her hit those transitions and find a way to finish the fight. And it's interesting. I don't think she should be fighting for a title next, though. Like, I say, let's give her somebody in the top 5. Let's give her a couple more fights before we see her. And to Ed's point, let's see her work a little bit on that stand-up game. Ed says, strawweight's a deep division. I don't think 25s or 35s are deep. 35s is deeper. 25s, women's 25s might be the most shallow division in 145. Women's 145 is the most shallow division of all of MMA. El Jefe agrees. Yeah, man. I find the women's MMA in general, it's like watching, I don't know, it's like watching the sport grow again. I mean, remember where we were. This was 8 years ago when Ronda Rousey first made it to the UFC and Dana White was saying women would never fight there. El Jefe says top 5 opponent should be next. Yeah, that's what Dern needs. She needs a top 5 opponent, not a title shot. Yeah, let's see where she's at. Let's see her go up against a striker. I want to see her go up against a person that it'll be way more challenging to get to the ground. How does she figure out the puzzle? Oh, Angie Hill, yes. Oh, Jay just matchmake. Is Zhao or Esparza booked? That leaves only Joanna, which is a bad matchup. Jay, yeah, Joanna would be a bad matchup, but Jay, I'm taking that matchup and getting excited about that. I would be pumped to see Angela Hill. That's perfect. That's a Mackenzie Dern fight right there. Angela Hill. Tatiana Suarez is supposed to be coming back too, so her and Dern would be a good matchup. Meanwhile, Critical Sandman has probably left the streams. Too much women in May. Suarez is coming back, and she's a problem. Yeah, Suarez is definitely a WMMA beast. There's so many options, man. And I'm glad Dana said that he's not giving up at 45s. Like, I hope you let Amanda wear that second belt. It's a huge marketing tool, and if you can get Kayla, that Kayla woman from the PFL, in good shape. Ed says Angela Hill does nothing for Dern. I feel like it gives us an idea of what she looks like with a competent stand-up person. Jay says 45s needs to go. Hey, and El Jefe agrees. I disagree. I think 45s, you might see big women. Kayla Henderson can barely make 55s, so I doubt she'll make 55s. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You know, that girl from PFL is the only one. Yeah, Kayla is really the only big woman out there. Man, this guy is... I gotta focus on this guy. Let me get back into this fight. This guy is... Oh. Yeah, Cyborg, of course. I think the Cyborg rematch would have been super interesting to me, too. Yeah, Cyborg's in Bellator, but I wish we wouldn't have let her go. Because at 45s, that fight would have been very interesting. Alexa Grasso is, I think, at 115. Yes. Yeah, the second Amanda Nunes versus Chris Cyborg fight would have been very interesting because Cyborg would not have come out with that kind of gung-ho, I'm going to kill you approach. It would have been much more tactical, and we would have seen a different Cyborg. Grasso's ground game is subpar, but she's shown improvement, man. That last fight she's had, she showed really great ground game. Really great ground game. Now, would it handle stand up to Alex Dern? No. Mackenzie Dern? No. Oh. I like Grasso too. Blood says he likes Ronda. I loved Ronda Rousey. In her prime, Ronda... I used to get so excited for Ronda fights. In her prime, it was a blast to watch Ronda Rousey. Juliana Pena is about ready to get a title shot. She says Amanda is scared. Yeah, Amanda is scared like GDR didn't just get her last fight. Yeah, no, Juliana Pena tries her best to promote a fight and tries to, make something happen. And I get where she's coming from, but it's like, she makes me cringe. The way she talks, it's like, come on, like, you're not based in reality here. Do you see all these shots are landing and they're not doing anything? It's like touching him and... Yeah, JMA says she's so cringe. She really is. For whatever reason, it's not even like a Henry Cejudo cringe. It's like a B movie. It's like a B movie type of cringe. It's just awful. Ah. I don't even understand how that happened. Tony had an interview. I can't see your comment, Ed. It got cut off. I'll be right there. I just hit the slam. It went away very fast. Blood said, nah, Henry is so cringe. Henry is so cringe that it's not funny at all. But Henry's cringe turned into this, like, I don't know. It's like a feature. It's like what you expect out of him. LFA choices, lay off my boy Henry. Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't like it either at first. I'll be honest. But I like that. I like Henry now. Like, I would miss Henry if he went somewhere. I want him back. I want Henry back in the game. Oh. Man. Ugh. Oh, that was an ugly fight. Holy cow, we're already at 77 minutes in. I want to see, so Julia Vanna, JDR, Tony, who's Tony? Who had an interview? Tony had an interview with Submission Radio. Anybody see? Oh, Tony, I did not see Tony Ferguson's interview with Submission Radio. JMA said, bro, Ed, that interview with Tony was like funny. I gotta watch it now. Now JMA said, no, he was trying. No way, he was trying so hard. I didn't watch it. That's why I asked. What the hell? Did he just twerk you off his back? Yeah, he did just twerk. He definitely twerked me off of his back, my man. Yes! Woo! It's a wrap. Yes! Yo, this guy was playing so frustrating to me. Oh, I got two 49-46s. That is great. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, I was getting really frustrated. Coach, have you gotten to finish the stream? Yes. For your information, I think I did. JMMA. Ed 20's pointing out, where's the heavy hands? So you guys, Ed 20 is making me feel insecure, and he's bullying me. All about your blah, blah, blah. Welcome back to your team, my friend. I am so glad to have you here. You came in just in time. We're about to run our last fight of the stream, our last ranked fight of the stream. I'm not sure if I said to somebody that I wanted to give them a quick spar. If you don't mind, I gotta go to the bathroom really quick. I don't know what happened. I drank a lot of coffee today. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I'm back. Your boy is back. So Coach is going to get his buddy Francis on him. That's right. Francis is going to come. In fact, Francis, Hold on. Francis! Yo, Francis!
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Come here, man.
Yes. 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 I came as fast as I can. What do you need? What can I help you?
Yeah, Ed's getting out of control.
I know the way. Give me the glove. Give me the gloves. I go find him.
Yeah, he's in the UK. Get on the plane and go get this guy. Want him down. That's right, Ed. You're going to get him. You're going to got, Ed. No more picking on Coach. Ed's going to release my inner demon. You guys are going to see me get violent and start screaming on this scream here. Oh, wait a second. We just won that last fight. Let's see where we are in the leaderboards, guys. We are 171st in the world. I thought we'd be in a better position. 171st in the world. Where are we in North America? In North America, we're 63rd. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get one more in. All about your blah, blah, blah brought up the fact that Conor versus Dustin is off, and we did talk about that, blah, blah, blah. And if I'm not mistaken, like we were saying, the contract has been signed. Conor is really going to say whatever he wants to promote the fight. And, you can see what we talked about before. It was just Conor's not, Jay disagrees, but Conor's kind of not looking in the best condition. And by the way, all about your blah, blah, I just washed my hands when I went to the bathroom. Oh, he meant they're popping off. Yeah, I bet. They're going at it heavy. Blood says, Coach Heavy Hands paints a picture of Coach having rocks tied to both hands and a whistle. Paints a picture of Coach having rocks tied behind his hands and a whistle around his neck. What? That's a dark picture, my friend. That just kind of gave me the chills about myself. Yeah, they're going to be going at it. And you know what? Can I just say something here? I don't think that no matter how hard these guys hype this fight up, I mean, I'm as excited as I'm going to get. I don't care if Conor were to smash a bus window or insult Dustin's. God forbid his mother has passed away, but let's say he does something crazy about his family, his mom, or says something derogatory about a family member. I don't care. I'm as excited as I'm going to be about that fight. It doesn't really make that much sense to me in the first place. All about your blah, blah, blah says he's the opposite. He feels he's pumped. So you're pumped for this fight. I feel like I'm way more, because all about your blah, blah, blah says he's more hyped now. Interesting. I think what we should have been getting is Dustin Poirier should be fighting Charles Oliveira for the belt. Justin Gaethje should be fighting. All about your blah 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 says I hope he calls Dustin's mom or sister. So Jesus Christ. I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. But I would rather Dustin should be fighting Charles Oliveira, and I think Nate Diaz should be fighting Conor. We should have the third Conor versus Nate Diaz fight. I don't care. I don't understand why we couldn't have that. That fight, the second fight between those two, was extremely controversial. Even if you think that Conor won that fight, don't forget it was a majority decision. It was controversial. It was a close fight, and if you rewatch it, I think most people would see that Nate probably won that fight. Blood says, I hope Dustin pours his hot sauce all over that leprechaun. Yikes. Ethan, please let me know if I ever fall out of your good graces. I do not want to be the voodoo doll in your hands, because, man, you do not like people. All about your blah, blah, blah says Dustin versus Oliveira should have been made the night Dustin beat Conor. Hey, thank you. Like, dude, this is a sport. This is not professional wrestling. And that's not any disrespect meant for professional wrestling. But this is not professional wrestling. This is MMA. This is this is a non-scripted sport. Dude, I do not want to see Like, who should be fighting for the title should be in that position. Dustin should not be able to pick a money fight instead of fighting for a title. You know, like, dude, you fight the guy that's next up. Conor should be drawn to the belt. The money fight should be around the belt, not the individual. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this sets an ugly precedent. There should be no more valuable fight in a league. Either says Voodoo, haha, I would never. Or I would no mercy cult. Yeah, that's right. I told you, Ethan, I need to stay in your good grace. Oh, wow, I hate that. I need to stay in your good graces, my friend. Ed says, I'm going to head off. It's 3:20 in the UK, and I got to wake up, go to the gym. I've only just now fixed my... Hey, Ed, don't ever apologize for having to leave. Thank you. We're about to end the stream here soon. I appreciate you being here so late, man. Good luck at the gym. Good luck with your sleep. I really value you being here. Every single person. Every day I question if anybody's going to show up. So that's why I keep saying that. I really mean it. Thank you. And have a good night, my bud. Oh, no! All about your blah 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 says people are getting gassed up with how good Conor did in that first round against Dustin, when in reality, Dustin did the great work. I don't know, man. All about your blah blah blah. I do see why people would think, you know, with the proper adjustments, Conor could have kept control of that fight. See you later, Ed. Shout out. Peace out, Ed. Peace out from everybody in the stream. Stay safe, my man. Well, it says, I will always show up unless I'm busy with something. Ethan, you are, you are the staple. You are a staple. You and Donato and JMMA, like, well, everybody really shows up pretty much every day. You usually stream when I'm already done with everything. That's awesome, my man. I'm glad. I just have to maybe switch up the time so it's fair to everybody. Sometimes do it later, sometimes do it earlier. The weekends, I'm going to do it during the day, so it's fair for everybody from the UK. So I just have to learn, and once I get it down, I need to build a schedule that's transparent, and so that people don't have to ask me if I'm going to stream on a certain day, or it's not fair to have to guess for you guys. All About Your Brother says it looked like vintage Dustin. I agree Conor lost the round, but Dustin laid out his path for victory. Dustin drops the first round in many of his fights. Yeah, he does. So he's a slow starter. That is true, All About Your blah, blah, blah. He is a super slow starter. Yeah, Blood says midday got you a lot of us in here. Yeah, man, I'm definitely sticking with midday on the weekend. For sure. Absolutely. All About Your blah says he goes on to overwhelm his opponents with damage. Yeah, but you see what happens, though? Like, look what happened at featherweight. People say it was the weight cut, it was whatever, but if somebody has too much skill when he's in that slow start mode, he can be stopped. All About Your blah says, it literally looked like all of Dustin's wins. Frankly, All About Your blah blah blah, I never even thought about that, and you're right. Dustin is kind of a comeback kind of guy. Like, he's one of those guys that seems to, like, he needs to get a switch punched or, you know, turned on before we get to see that full blast Dustin. Which, like I said, if somebody has a skill set that he can put your lights out and doesn't allow you that warm-up time, which Conor has. Conor has the skill set that, you know, wouldn't allow that to happen. Oh, and we missed Ethan bringing up Robert Whittaker. And Team Bobby, Kyle Coleman says, how can I join the Discord? Kyle, we are coming out. By the way, Proto and I, to that point, great question, by the way, Kyle. We are launching a camp. It's going to be called Team Heavy Hands, and we are going to be launching the team Discord here within day. I'll have it up by tomorrow. By tomorrow's stream, I'll have it ready, Kyle. So you show up tomorrow. We'll have a Discord link for you ready to go. And we're going to get things moving with the camp. Proto's going to start our Twitter account, our team Twitter account, and I'm going to start on the Discord, and we'll all be able to stay connected there. And he can help run it. Yeah, Ethan, you can definitely. You are engaged. You can definitely feel free to run it and do whatever. All Bunch of Blah Blah says, here's what I'm saying. He says, here's what I'm saying. Conor is possibly the best first-round fighter we've ever seen. Yes, I can co-sign that. Yes. The way to beat a guy like that shouldn't be to try to finish the match in the first round. Yeah, you're right. Dustin even out-wrestled Conor in the first. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I will get to those comments here in just a second. I want to make sure I finish this round on the right foot. Why does Kevin... Yeah, Kyle Coleman, absolutely. I'm excited that you're excited, Kyle. Kyle says he can't wait to be a part of the process. Yeah, I'm excited to have you as part of the process, too. I've never been a part of the formation of a camp. Oh, my goodness. I had some concerns about, distracting from the channel, but I think it's actually a good idea to help get us, because I said part of my goal was what I like to see is people getting better, and I think it'll be fun. I think it'll actually be something fun to see people get better, have a nice place. It's not going to be super intense. People that aren't as good can feel like they have a place to learn and not feel like they're in a hostile environment primarily. Everybody here is super cool. Oh, okay. So back to the comments. So what do you say? All Bunch of Blah 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 says the way to beat a guy like that shouldn't be to try to match his first round output, but rather stick to a game plan, get off some damage, and focus on defense. I co-sign that. All About Your Blah Blah Blah, you're preaching right now. Dustin even out-wrestled Conor in the first, made him work the whole time. Definitely. Callum's a great guy, Blood says. Kyle, can't wait to be part of the process. Ethan says, we'll grow even bigger. Xander, who came in here, is my friend off Twitter. I recommended the stream to him. Thank you for doing that. Xander is awesome, too. Xander contributes. I honestly, I think there's only been one guy that's popped into this channel that I've kind of thought was weird. And it was, I think, a guy from a different stream. I think it was that Connor14 person is really the only person that's come into our channel, and it's been like tension or been weird. Yeah, All About Your Blah Blah Blah. Yeah, Proto really pushed for a camp. Ethan really pushed for a camp. It's going to be, no, not camp coach camp. No, we're doing team heavy hands. So with or without me, everybody can have heavy hands. But yeah, team heavy hands, I think, is the direction we're going to go. And, yeah, Critical Sandman says camp. Yeah, man, Proto pushed for it. Ethan's pushed for it, I think. And we want to see it. I said I was really hesitant, but it's like, okay, let's just see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work out, and we all just remain friends, and we're not in a camp. But I think it can work out. In Critical, I don't know if you are in a camp, but or A70 or whatever the case may be, but man, it's not anything super serious. It's nothing crazy, but I want to see how it goes. I want to build from the ground up. I know a good luck, lads. You're right. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I find it'll be interesting. And it'll be fun. Oh, Critical's in Camp AK now. Congratulations. Shout out to Camp AK, who's got themselves a killer in Critical Sandman. I'm trying to deliver a finish here. Ed left before I could follow through on his request. My goodness. It'll be great. Proto and Coach are getting very fun. Yeah, no, those fights are great. But honestly, I'm coming at it, Proto, from a perspective of being like kind of learning myself. I'm still I'm still in the learning phase. I'm not at a Critical Sandman stage where I'm just blasting people. Critical Sandman, where are you at on the leaderboards? Jeez, this guy is just... They made Kevin... They made Kevin an absolute monster. Opinion on edibles, coach. Opinion on edibles are just to follow federal laws. I'm coming back to this game when they start a new season. Yes, all about your blah, blah, blah. Please come back. Now, if you're asking me about edible marijuana, I honestly, there are federal laws that would prevent any upright citizen from participating in consuming THC edibles. But what I've heard is that edibles are much more of a body experience, so you'll end up feeling much more relaxed. Some people might complain that there's a hangover effect associated with eating edibles. I'm not saying this firsthand. I've just heard this. I've read this from research, that edibles can lead to feeling groggy the next day and slow, whereas, maybe the traditional means of THC consumption won't leave the effects lingering quite so long. But I think it also depends on how much you eat versus how much you're smoking and a number of other things. Why do you ask? I'm curious all about your blah, blah, blah. And once again, this isn't firsthand information. I think Francis Ngannou, who I talk with frequently, he's a regular smoker. And he's told me a lot of this stuff. Fourth round. Fighting Kevin Holland here. Fighting Kevin Holland. My God. He's going to throw a spinning back kick to my head right now to close the distance. Ah! Okay. I feel like that spinning back kick is coming. I'm waiting for it. I'm not going to let... He's staying in kick... See? It was the body. It was to the body, not to the head. The next one might be to the head. Up. I hope I didn't lose my connect. Okay. I thought I might have lost this. Oh, no. We're lagging. No. All About Your Bubbles says, I've got a bunch of medical edibles my friend brought from Chicago. I've just been eating them, wondering what somebody else's experience was with them. He hit the lag switch. Yeah, it feels like it, dude. This feels like a lag switch. Woo! Yeah, no, from those people I've heard eating them, I feel like a lot of people prefer the smoking experience. What are you experiencing right now? Have you just recently eaten those edibles? Are you enjoying them? All About Your Blah, blah, blah says, the ground is so frustrating for me. It's frustrating for you, blah, 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 because it's kind of... it doesn't feel complete. A lot of what we're doing is like queued up stuff. It doesn't feel like you're in control. Like when I posture up in somebody's guard, I'm combo queuing in somebody's guard. Always get kicked when you die for the finish. Yes, I do. Ethan, you pointed that out, and it is so true. Whenever I get excited, I go for the finish, and it's like a 99% of the time I get kicked in the face. I try to pause sometimes, but people can just see it. Golly, this guy saw everything I was doing. I'm going to try to let my stamina replenish. And try to hit him again. Dang! Ethan thinks that's funny. He likes seeing me get kicked in the face, huh? Okay, I see how it is. My goodness, they made Kevin Holland a wizard on the ground. Which we all know isn't the case. But says you get excited and then dive and get kicked and get quiet. Yes, I do. It's true. All about your blah, blah, blah says, I've experienced a lot less anxiety on edibles when compared to smokables. So are you experiencing anxiety when you're on the edibles or when you're off? Are you experiencing anxiety like the next day? And shout out to everybody for liking this video. Thank you for the 4 likes. I appreciate you. This isn't the highest traffic stream, but like I said, I would be having fun with 1 person or 4 or 15 or whatever. I love it. Very happy to have you here with me, hitting the 100-minute mark on tonight's stream. Ethan says edibles give him a full body experience, which Ethan, I hope once again that you are only eating edibles that your doctor has prescribed. We do not advocate for breaking laws. Oh, I thought he was going to get me. Could you imagine if that fight finished like that? Oh, come on. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm going to stop throwing that combo. He sees it coming. Ah. Call me Sugar Ethan O'Malley. There you go. I like, by the way, how Suga's calling out Dominic Cruz. I love that fight. I think it's a perfect fight for both guys. If Dominic Cruz can come back and like starch, which I'm betting my money on Dominic Cruz in that fight. All About Your Blah 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 says, I had a mild addiction to dabs for a while, quit for a long time, then decided to go back to low doses of regular bud, which gives me moderate anxiety. Just trying different stuff. Whoa, so you were addicted, you think, to marijuana. So how could you tell? Were you going through withdrawal? I thought you really couldn't get addicted. Physically, I understand that there's a psychological component, but what were you going through? If you're comfortable talking about that. Okay, here we go. Ah. No! He said dabs are highly concentrated. I think that might make the difference. I had physical withdrawal symptoms. Wow, I literally couldn't believe it. Yes! So do you think that maybe there was something else in the dabs that you were smoking other than marijuana, or like it's literally just high concentration, it'll do that to you? I'm sitting here asking you all that. I find that fascinating, All About Your blah, blah, blah. I've never seen anybody do dabs before except for somebody named the Dabbing Granny. I saw that she used to be a thing on Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out. Woo! It's a wrap. We did it. We put it down. That's another win. Only 1 loss on this stream to a guy that was really good, and it was a decision loss. Really did our thing on this stream. I feel great about where we are. Up to 2,335 points. All About Your Blah 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 says, I didn't think you could get addicted to weed either, but I found that I couldn't go a day without getting cold sweats, severe anxiety, and craving for dabs. Did you notice that you were sweating through the night as well? Because that's also a symptom. So we are at the end of our stream, my friends. Let's see where we're at. We are... What's up, Ethan? You said, Coach. What's up, Ethan, my friend? What is going on? We are at 160th in the world. Critical Sandman said that's why it's bad. Yeah, definitely, man. I didn't know that dabs could get you hooked like that. Critical Sandman says it shouldn't be legalized. Well, I mean, maybe not dabbing should be legalized, but I mean, if alcohol's legal, marijuana should be legal. But yeah, dabs seem like it's a next level thing. But that's an interesting perspective, Critical Sandman. I definitely understand where you're coming from. It causes people's problems for sure. But in some fights, you should just smash them on the ground. If Blood says, in some fights I should smash them on the ground. You're really good at it. Thanks for saying that, man. I just don't have the confidence that I am that good on the ground, but I will listen to your advice. Like the good advice I've gotten from here is like being more confident, moving forward, standing still a little bit more, looking for that slip counters. So we're 59th in North America. Coach smashes the F out of me on the ground. I don't look at it that way, all about your blah, blah, blah. Not at all. So we are number 2 on my friends list here. Marquise wins, Tosh Tennant in the building. Callum, AK Sandman down there. We're doing our thing. I'm sure Sandman, who changed his name to AK Sandman, will be up there with us sometime soon. You guys, I cannot thank you enough for being here. I appreciate you so much. You know tomorrow I'm going to be back. Hopefully you will too. Nothing makes me happier during my workday than thinking about coming back here, enjoying my time. And so you know what's coming up next because I know what's coming up next. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Peace. I'm out. And thank you, Ethan. I saw that. And thank you all about your blah, blah, blah. Thumbs up to you too, my man.